movie coming out called The Woman King. And of course, the critics gave a perfect score, but it isn't really doing that well. Well, it only opened with 1.7 million in Thursday previews. Yes, it's doing better than the holdovers of Top Gun and Bullet Train, Jurassic World and stuff, and Spider-Man No Way Home. Movies that have been out for months, which means this isn't really that much of a remarkable opening. I mean, as well. And I can see if Jurassic World passed $1 billion. Probably has. Nope, they put it back down to 996 million. So I don't know what's going on with the box office, because a day ago it was at 999 million. I don't know what's going on with the box office for that movie, but apparently now it's at 996 million, not 999 million. But yeah, they keep changing the box office to Jurassic World, but The Woman King, but of course, Rotten Tomatoes and the film establishment They love this movie, even though it's revisionist history. Only 66% of people like this movie on Google. Okay, they don't even show the IMDb score, probably because they're scared that it's negative. Okay. Yeah. They don't even have it. They don't even. You can't even see the reviews for this movie on IMDb, even though you can rate the movie. They hid the reviews for the movie on IMDb. Okay. But not many people really like this movie. Rotten Tomatoes, Rotten Tomatoes have the bought and paid for the movie, the reviews, and Metacritic has at 3.8. So you can't really trust Rotten Tomatoes, as we all know, because Rotten Tomatoes is bought and paid for. We all know the bought and paid for 99% that Rotten Tomatoes usually gives the movies as well. And all the critics are saying this is a masterpiece. But this movie has a budget of $50 million. Okay, this movie cost $50 million to make. So it is going to need to make around $120 million to break even. Okay, it needs to make around $120 million to break even, which, for, of course, new movie not being a part of a franchise, it still has to contend with that. No matter how much the critics love this movie, no matter how much the critics call this movie a masterpiece, it's still not a part of a franchise or an adaptation or something that, yeah. This movie is going to have the best opening so far of the fall releases because, of course, it has to contend with non-franchise movies like Barbarian, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. Not really competition. Okay? But it's going to aim to collect around $50 million. But considering the budget is as high as $50 million, it's around $50 million, and it needs to make around $125 million to break even, which is even more than Beast needed to. Okay, this movie needs to do well internationally. Okay, this movie will likely make around $44 million domestically, but yeah, this movie's gonna flop. Okay, it needs to make $125 million to break even worldwide. I don't think it's gonna make that much money worldwide as well. Considering it's not a part of a franchise or ongoing series, and people don't really care about the actors and movies anymore. People only care about, we live in an era of movies where it's about the franchise, the ongoing franchise, the ongoing media series, the ongoing movie franchise, which is why they want to, like, for example, they want to, yes, they're ending Jurassic World series, but they want to make it like Star Wars, where it's an extended universe and that stuff, an extended world and that stuff. Because they know Jurassic World makes billions of dollars. I think they're going to make billions movies probably to the end of time, because they know, millions movies makes money, even if Gru, dies. Of course, he can pass on the torch to someone else in the Despicable Me series, obviously, as well. Which, of course, they can play it like, Rocky and Creed, which is, I think, is the most successful passing on the torch, and of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife as well, which they finally found a way to make Ghostbusters successful. Hollywood is just desperate for more franchises to become successful. Hollywood wants more franchises. In a movie like this movie, which is very similar to another niche movie that we saw this year, The Northman, it'll probably do like The Northman. It'll probably make about $89 million, $80 to $90 million worldwide. But it's not going to make money. It's going to lose $30 to $40 million is my projection for this movie losing money. This movie's going to lose money despite the critics calling this a masterpiece, despite the actors calling you a racist if you don't like this movie or don't watch this movie. Okay? You know, the actors is really telling you, if you don't watch this movie and financially support my movie, you're a racist. Okay? If you don't watch this movie or financially support this movie, you're considered a racist. Okay? You're considered a racist. Okay? But this movie's gonna lose money anyways. So I guess for all racists as well. It is gonna end up around $80 million worldwide. Which is similar to the actual projections because, of course, it's very, very easy to make them. Because, of course, this movie's going to need to make money internationally to break even. It won't make enough money, and we're going to see the same excuses over and over and over again. How we're all racist, how we're all, evil men who don't want to see a movie about women. They'll pull out all the sexist cards and all the bullshit again. And people just don't care about these woke movies anymore. No one wants to watch them. Nobody cares about them. And it's going to be the same thing with Rose and Don't Worry Darling. No, those two movies probably won't do too well either. As well. Now, here's the so hilarious that IMDb's hiding the rating for this movie. But people don't care about this movie. The people who did see it said it wasn't that great. As, of course, the bought and paid for Rotten Tomatoes establishment gave it. Okay, the bought and paid for critics. As they all know, they are. And you have to space out this video. Goodbye.